Hey everyone, my name is RANITA and I like getting into makeup tutorials and reviews. Today I'm getting into the new terramoons Celestial Dusk collection. There are 14 beautiful shades, 11 shimmers and then 3 mattes. So in this video what I'm going to be doing is half swatches on each eye for you. So you're going to see that live and I'll be giving you my feedback as we go along. So make sure that you're checking out the chapters if you are interested in specific shades. Now the good news is that I do have an affiliate code with terramoons and I'm so happy about this. And if you like the video, you want to go get some of these shades, I can get you 10% off if you use my code, that is. And of course you don't have to do this, you can use whoever's code that you want to, but any support to the channel is always appreciated because it enables me to continue being on here. So let's get into this without further ado. I've got arm swatches and then of course I've got the live eye swatches for you, and I also have some product shots. This is the shade First Light, and when I first saw the shifts that were coming from here, I was so excited about this shade. It looks like it's having a white base and it's got like a pink and a green shift, but this is of course just from looking at the shade, in the pan. This is what it looks like on my finger, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to apply that onto this side over here. Now I do have an injury on that eye from overdoing it with a few other looks, so I'm going to have to be careful as I do that. So this is what First Light looks like, and of course stay tuned for the shifts because that's the most exciting part. So you can see how that looks like. It looks like a white shimmer shade, but there are shifts here because I can see blue coming out now and I see a little bit of maybe purple. You can see a little bit of like this purple thing coming through. I don't know, I think it's more pink. I think that it could be my skin tone changing it to look like a purple for me. So here you can see pink, purple, blue, and a little bit of even green coming through, like a teal kind of green. It's a very, very magical shade here. So if you're into pastels, you're probably gonna really like this one. The formula of the shade is pretty smooth, I would say. It is a little bit flaky, but I think it really just depends on, your comfort level. It's got a little bit of a flaky formula, but when you add it onto your lids, it's very smooth. So you don't need to dip heavily into this to get a lot of color onto your lids. This is the next shade, XO5. Looks like it's kind of got a yellow-white thing going on and it's very, very sparkly. This is what XO5 looks like on my finger. It looks like a pastel yellow actually, like when I'm looking at it in some lighting. It does have shifts to it, so let's see what that's gonna look like for me. Putting it right here on my lid. So you can see that it does have some texture to it. So this is a similar formula to the First Light shade. So I wonder if that yellow is even going to show up for me, because sometimes colors that are very light, they show up similarly on my skin tone. But you can see it's actually blending out very beautifully. And when I look at the shade, I actually can see green sparkles. I can see pink sparkles as well. And it's just very, very sparkly. This is an extremely sparkly shade. And I like that I can see, okay, so I can see the yellow coming through in my camera, so I really love that. I can also see a little bit of this peach kind of shift coming through. I don't know if you're seeing it, but I will show it to you because it's so pretty. I love pastel shades, so I really like the way that this is showing up for my skin tone. Alright, so that covers the first two shades. You can see that First Light and XO5 are similar in terms of formula, and they do have strong shifts, so these are two pastel shades. I actually really like XO5, like, because I can actually see that it's different from First Light. Like, this is definitely a cool toned shade, and then this one over here is more yellow. It's got that peach thing going on as well, which I really like. So I think these are two really beautiful shades. This is the shade Sunbeam, and it's orangey. As you can see, it's got like an orange shift happening. I'm pretty excited to try this one out, and it's very, very sparkly. This is what Sunbeam looks like on my fingers. This is Sunbeam. It's got a green shift, as you can see, and I think it has an orange base, so it should be going pretty well with my skin tone. It's a very, very pretty color though, see? Like when I turn my eyes, it's almost just blending into my skin because it's probably so similar to my skin tone in some ways. Okay, next we're going in for pink Cielo here. So it's kind of got a pink base, as you can see. This is what it looks like. And let's get it over here. Now my eye is shiny because I put my cast oil there, but it will still hold very well because I've used cast oil as a base before and it was fine. So I'm just grabbing and putting this here. You can see how smooth the shade is. Now Sunbeam has a more textured feel to the shade, and it basically shifts from like a kind of very neutral looking shade to like a green, and then there's some pink in there too. It's very sparkly. It feels like a very special shade. And pink Cielo, on the other hand, is a smoother kind of shade. I could see that, you know, it's got this white thing going on, so it comes across as almost having a white base, but I don't think it has a white base. It's definitely got like a pink to it because I'm just looking at the shifts. I saw a little bit of green and a little bit of blue as well coming through on my eyes. So, you know, it is a shifty shade as well. It's just kind of more of like a baby pink. Next we have this over here, which is Aquila. It's a Barbie pink, very, very pretty. So Aquila is very smooth, and this is what it looks like on my fingers. So I kind of like that very much. You can see how pretty this is. Oh my goodness, I love this. So it has a bit of texture, but it's smoother than the very first two shades that I tried out, and I love the way that this looks on me. It is absolutely gorgeous. It seems to have a brownish kind of base to it, so I'm going to be interested when we actually try to see the shifts from this particular shade here. Okay, so here we have this pink, and seems like it's a pink going to like a more reddish toned color here. This is Comet seems to have like a purple blue shift kind of going on. We're coming into very shifty shades right now, and I'm pretty excited. So Let's get some Comet tail onto the other side and then I'll show you the shifts. This is Comet tail, and I was so excited when I actually saw Comet tail and the way it was shifting. It's a really beautiful shade. You've got this gorgeous lavender color here and then this warm, summery kind of pink, which I really like. This is a very, very beautiful purple shift. So Aquila seems to be this very interesting pink shade that has a little bit of like a rusty orange thing going on with it. It's not like a true pink shade to me, but I absolutely love it, and I love the formula of it too. It's very smooth, very nice, very similar to the previous pink shade that we actually went in with. It's very similar to pink Cielo over here. So that's the similar kind of formula. So it's a bit smoother than the first ones. That was First Light and then XO5. And then of course when we're talking about this beautiful purple shade, this is Comet tail. Comet tail is beautiful. Like, it's got this lavender shift and it goes into like a blue, but I also saw some other interesting tones coming out of it. Like, it has this very metallic thing going on, so I can see a little bit of this grayish tone coming through when I'm turning my eyes and I'm looking at my eyes. And I even saw a little bit of like a yellowy kind of, well, it's not a yellowy gold, I'd say it's a cool toned gold kind of coming through here in some lighting as well. So it's a very, very fascinating shade. I really do like the way that it's looking though. Another thing about Comet tail is that it has a blue base, so just very interesting because, you know, the Aquila shade has got this rusty kind of base when you actually look at it. So this is Pandora. Pandora has a blue, green, purple kind of thing going on, so I'm very excited about this one. This is what Pandora looks like when you're just looking at it from one angle of light. It's a very smooth shade and I want to put it on this side of my eye. So let's do that. Very, very sparkly. Oh, I love this blue. That is stunning. And I can see, I think, a purple base coming through. It has a bit of texture to it. I can feel like very, very fine particles almost, yeah? But look at how smooth that comes out. That is gorgeous. And you can definitely, yeah, you can definitely see that purple coming through. So when I'm looking at my finger, I'm seeing pink, blue, and purple coming through. And I just rubbed my finger and it has a purple base. So yeah, this is a beautiful shade. Let me get Planet 9 onto my eye as well. Now Planet 9 kind of is more of a green toned shade, as you can see, but you can definitely see blue and purple coming through too, and it looks very, very sparkly. I just saw the green from Planet 9 and my heart stopped. That is beautiful. Again, smooth shade, similar formula to the past few ones that we've been doing. So the ones that have the most texture are the first three that I tried on with you. So this is Planet 9. Oh wow. This is gorgeous. This is so beautiful. Like, I love the way this is looking. This is gorgeous. Very, very beautiful. Okay, so let's talk about Planet 9 and Pandora. Pandora has more of a purple base. I see it shifting from this pretty blue to a purple to even a little bit of a teal green. And then when I'm looking at the other shade, which is Planet 9, that one is just so gorgeous. It has a much deeper base and it's basically this gorgeous peacock green, and it's going to a blue and then it's going to a purple. The first 5 shades that I tried, which is First Light, then we got XO5, Sunbeam, Pink Cielo, and then we have Aquila. Now those 5 shades are really beautiful. I feel like I could actually work with those for like maybe going into work and stuff. And I kind of feel like the following shades are more for like nighttime, date night. That's how I'm kind of classifying them in my head. You don't have to do that, but that's how I feel so far after trying all of these beautiful shades out. But I'm really, really liking every single one thus far. And of course the formula for these two, Planet 9 and Pandora, very smooth, very, very easy to put onto your eyes and very pigmented as well, as you can see. It's very, very sparkly, and you can see it's got a purple base, if I'm not mistaken. Like, we're going to try it out and we're going to see what that will look like. but it looks really pretty. And I'm just going to start by applying it here. Oh, okay, this is a bit more translucent than what I had expected. Let me just try putting on a bit more. I've actually noticed that sometimes purple goes really well with my skin tone. I'm definitely seeing a purple base there. Oh, that's so pretty. I like that shade so much. I think green and purple always go so beautifully together, so I'm really happy with that one. So you got pinks, blues, purples. This one has a bit more shift, I think. So here I've got Sea of Stars, and I've also got Solar Storm. This is Solar Storm over here. Alright, so this over here, Solar Storm, it has a kind of grayish purple base. So it's, yeah, I think that would be the biggest difference between that and Sea of Stars, which is definitely a more cool toned kind of purple. And this one is like a cool purple with a grayish tone. This is a very, very sparkly kind of finish. Like, whoa, this is almost like kind of like glitter, you know. It feels like a very, very glittery kind of feel to it, and very sparkly. I can see that grayish kind of purple tone coming there. Like, you can see it on the camera as well when I'm turning my lid, so you can see that there. And you can see this one definitely has more of that purple thing coming through. I think this one would be this is less intense, I think, in terms of that purple. As I said, it's got a purple, but it's like a grayish purple, and it seems to have a grayish blue also coming through. So coming back to these two shades, I think that Sea of Stars over here has a more pink shift, and this is more of a teal green. They look a little similar, but they are different because I was looking at my eyes and, you know, just looking at them close and everything and doing comparisons. Solar Storm, on the other hand, definitely is a duller kind of, you know, shift that you get here. You can see that gray coming through already, but interestingly enough, the phone was able to capture blue shifts in these shades as well, and they're both different blues. So I'm going to put that here as well, like, so you can kind of see all the shifts and all the sparkles. That's the reason I try filming with different devices, so that you're able to see everything and, you know, what the shifts are for each and every shade. So now we're going to move on to the very last 4 shades. I'm going to do all the mattes on one eye just to finish it up, and, you know, we'll do the shimmer on the other eye. This is called Adrastea, so I'm going to put that right over here at the ends of my eyes. And usually I use my matte shades with a base, so this would look a lot more pigmented, obviously, with a base. So you can see what that color looks like. I'm going to go in for the next matte shade, which is Serphina. That is a purple. It's kind of like a grayish purple. I think it's quite pretty though. And after Serphina, we have the kind of like a salmon pink shade. It looks like it's called Ananke. I hope I'm pronouncing all of this right. I'm really not familiar with star systems or anything like that, so if I say something wrong, please correct me in the comments. So I'm sorry. I had my big mirror in front of the video, but that is basically what Serphina looks like, and that is beautiful. This is so pigmented. I was not expecting this kind of pigmentation at all. That is awesome. They're so good. I can't wait to do looks with this. It's so satisfying to see how pigmented that is. Truly impressive. Now these are powdery, but very pigmented. So if I were you, I would just tap off some of that excess powder and go in with this. So this is the last one, the salmon kind of pink shade. Oh, that is so pretty. I really like the way that all 3 of these colors look together, actually. So when I was actually looking at the collection and I saw that they had given us a purple, this kind of pink, and a blue, I was kind of wondering, like, how is this going to go together, you know? So I thought this was a salmon pink, but you can see how it's showing up for me. It's almost like a red. Fascinating, right? So anyway, those are the 3 colors. You can see what that's looking like on my face. I'm not seeing a ton of fallout, maybe just a little bit over here, That's pretty normal. Alright, so this is that shade, and you can see that again we've got some purple coming through there, so I'm assuming it's a purple base. So this is what it's looking like, just with one angle of light, and we're obviously going to do more than one angle. So I'm going to just stamp this here. Oh, this looks like a teal. How fascinating. I wonder if the camera is looking, it's got blue. Okay, the camera's picking up blue. I can't see blue yet. I mean in the mirror that I'm holding as I apply this, but I can see like a very pretty teal coming through, and that's really nice. I can also see pink on my finger, so I think that's pretty awesome. These are the shifts with Alcyone. It's really, really pretty. Green, pink, purple, blue. It's so gorgeous. I really am loving this one. Okay, so let me just give you a few more thoughts on this shade over here. When I was looking at it on my phone, I actually saw a lot more colors coming through: pinks, purples, blues, greens. So the incredible thing about this collection is that these are actually all duochromes. It's kind of crazy to me because duochrome should only have 2 shifts. This is definitely not 2 shifts. For practically every single shade, I saw at least 3 colors. So I kind of feel like these are really, really shifty, sparkly, eyeshadows, and they're very special. And I feel like, this is going to be a lot of fun for people who want to build up the shifty collection, but maybe don't want to pay multi-chrome prices. So that's going to be great. So this is going to be coming out on 2nd of August at 7 p.m. EST. And if you like my video, if you found it helpful, you can use my code RANITA to get 10% off. And I think that's it for this video. I will have the comparisons up probably separately. Normally I include comparisons with my, main video for the collection, but it has been a very, very busy week for me this week. Literally just went back to work, had so much stuff happening, and I want to take a break. So I will probably do the comparisons in a separate video. I'm hoping to have some time to create looks with this and, just show you something fun from this, because honestly I think this collection is beautiful. I think Terramoons knocked it out of the park with this one. Really enjoyed putting them on my eyes, looking at everything, and those cool tones are just my favorite, because if you followed me here, I love my cool toned, jewel tone shades. I just think they're beautiful. I'm not talking about the very ashy kind, I'm talking about like blues, greens, purples. I just love those beautiful cool tones, and I just can't get enough of them. So if you like jewel tones, you're probably going to be very excited with this collection. And they also have all those warmer tones in there too, which have the shifts of their own and are so pretty. And I thought, yeah, these would be perfect to wear to work. They're not too much. So I just really enjoyed going through all of this. I feel like it's kind of like a night and day collection. They've given you, shades for the morning, shades for the evening. So all in all, very happy with this. So let me know if you're going to be picking anything up, and I'll see you for the comparisons in another video. And I do hope you have the most wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.